All right, going to be taking a look at RTK, currently traded at 40 cents right now. This one has been basically trading sideways here. There was a big drop back on February 17th, 21st, right there around that area, broke all levels of support, came down to find bottom. It started to around that 69 mark. I couldn't get through that 10-day simple moving average, rejected it off there, fell through the secondary support around the 50, and came down to rest between the 50 and the 38 it looks to be about. So we'll call that 50-40 right there in that level. Has never went below that 38. So if it breaks that 38, it could go much lower. And if I'm looking at this correctly, oh, there was a split here. Okay, so I want to make sure of that split as well. So we're going to talk about right now. Again, right now the current price is at 40. The 10-day simple moving average is at about 42. We'll call that 42 because it is at 41.97. We're going to need a break of that. Most importantly, you're going to need a break of 50 to turn this thing around, to turn it bullish again. You guys break 50, this thing can really make some serious moves fast. Okay. That is the only line, you get up to 50, 69 off of that. A break of about 90, this thing can skyrocket. There isn't going to be much holding you guys below that at all. I think that's what a lot of people are probably counting on with this one as well, for this one to start rallying, because once it rallies, just need that volume. You get that volume pushing into here, this thing could really rock and roll. That's just my personal opinion. So, Joe, if you could, can you tell us what happened around there, around the March 17th and 21st area? Are you able to pull up any data on that?
Well, I pulled up the latest news on it, and for the entire month of April, there's like freaking tons of lawyer notifications, like shareholder alerts. So let's see, what day was that one? March.
February 17th.
So I mean, on March 16th, they announced their preliminary selective unaudited results for fourth quarter and full year. Let's see. Did we ever go over this one?
No.
Okay. So on March 16th, Rentech announces preliminary selected unaudited results for the fourth quarter and full year 2016. So that was on that day right there, March 16th. And it said the consolidated results consist of Fulgrim Fibrous, New England Wood Pellets, Industrial Wood Pellets, which includes our Canadian pellet plants, and unallocated corporate expenses. The former Rentech, Nitrogen, Pasadena, and East Dupuis, I can't even, some facilities are classified as discontinued operations. All right, so consolidated revenues for continuing operations for the fourth quarter 2016 were $40.4 million compared to $37.3 million in the prior year period. Consolidated revenues from continuing operations in 2016 were $150.7 million compared to $156.5 million in the prior year period. So gross loss from continuing operations for the fourth quarter of 2016 was $4.2 million compared to a gross profit of $2.9 million in the year prior. Gross loss from continuing operations for 2016 was $6.5 million compared to gross profit of $18 million in the year period, in the prior year period. So let's see, operating loss for continuing operations before impairments for the fourth quarter of 2016 was a loss of $11.1 million compared to a loss of $24.3 million in the prior year period. Operating loss for continuing operations before impairments for 2016 was $46.1 million compared to $50.7 million. That is that. I mean, it's going. All right, so Rentech expects impairments, which are non-cash items related to its Canadian pellet plants, of 110 to 120 million. The company is still assessing impairments related to the Fulgrim business. Fulgrim has approximately 30 million of goodwill, which may be substantially impaired. In addition, Rentech expects an asset impairment related to two mills for which a customer has indicated its intent to exercise its purchase option. None of these estimated charges are included in the results providing in this press release. All right. So, I mean, it shows, you can keep going down. There's two different, like, this press release for the March 16th. I mean, there's a lot of different things in it regarding, like, all the different plants and the revenues that it's generating and everything else. But then at the same time, I'm seeing, like, these things. There's so many freaking lawyer letters. I've never seen this many before. But, I mean, when I pull up their filings, I'm seeing an 8K on April 11th. And that was from NASDAQ, basically, you know, regarding them being under $1. So, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of due diligence to be had with this one, because it seems like they're being, like, you know, attacked for something, and, like, for me to go and figure out the reason right now, it just might take some time. So, if you have an opinion or you're looking to share some due diligence on this company, just go right over to that RTK board and share it with the tens of thousands of like-minded investors that we have using the site daily.
All right, and so that's what we're going to be doing right now with the RTK. Again, watch for that volume to pick up. There was a few people talking about this right now in our live chats regarding possibly going short on it. My personal opinion, that would be kind of risky. That's just my personal opinion on that, because you guys it's trying to make those moves. It is trying to make those moves up higher. If it breaks 50, it's going to go up much higher. If it breaks 38 on the other end, yes. I would probably look into maybe shorting it then, but still too risky, my personal opinion. Something's coming up here. Bollinger Bands are getting tight. This thing's ready to make a move. Which way right now is all going to dictate on that volume. But 40 will need volume to pick up and break the 50 to turn bullish. Yes, Joe.
All right, so this is what this complaint alleges, that the defendants made false or misleading statements and or failed to disclose that Rentech's resources were not sufficient to overcome any operating challenges and remaining bottleneck at its Wawa facility. As a result, the Wawa facility would not reach approximately 60% of production capacity within the next couple quarters and achieve full capacity in range of 400,000 to 450,000 metric tons late in the year. Consequently, defendants' statements about Rentech's business operations and prospects were materially false and misleading and lacked a reasonable basis at all relevant times. And then on February 21st, 2017, Rentech revealed that due to equipment and operational issues that require additional unbudgeted capital investments, it would idle its Wawa facility. Rentech also mentioned continuing uncertainty about the profitability of pellets produced at the facility and advised shareholders that it was exploring strategic alternatives for both the Wawa facility and the company. Following this news, Rentech stock dropped 47% from its previously closing to close at $1.44 per share on February 21st, 2017.
Okay. And let me pull this up over here as well.
But I mean, these guys have a lot of facilities. This is just one, so.
Right. So again, with all the stuff that Joe's talking about here, I mean, he could talk for hours here because there is a lot of information to go over. But this is all available to you guys completely free on Investors Hangout. The recent news, like he was just going through, if you click on each headline, look at how fast that pops up. I mean, you can really cover a lot of ground here really fast, going through a lot of press releases and recent news. Again, completely free, fast, and easy, not only for this company, for all companies. Time and sales is another great tool. You can go here and look at every single trade, the exact time and price and volume as well. So with the chart, I'll go ahead and try that again. 40 will need volume to pick up and break to 50 to turn bullish. A break at 69 could run fast and much higher in my opinion. Resistance at 42, 45, 50, and 69. Support at 38 will need to hold. All right, so again, this is going to be RTK. If you follow this one, subscribe if you haven't. We'd appreciate it. And join us for our next live show, investorshangout.com/live.